Thank you, Lisa Count-Corlin. Thank you very much. Minister, when I met you on Tuesday in Kilkenny at Granagh Castle, I spoke about Carlow Castle. I visited the castle in Carlow Town yesterday and was delighted to see works going on. Can you tell me the progress of the Office of Public Works project at Carlow Castle? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa Count-Corlin, and thanks, Deputy Murnane-O'Connor, for raising this issue. As the Deputy will be aware, on the night of the 8th or 9th of February 2020, there was a major amount of damage caused in Carlow Castle Farm following Storm Ciara. Extensive damage was caused to the castle. Subsequent investigations led to the discovery that the base of the collapse was constructed on clay foundations, and this had major consequences for the safe repair and reconstruction of this section of the wall. The Office of Public Works is in the final stages of rebuilding the collapsed area of the tower, and once the steelwork is down, the Office of Public Works can complete the rebuild and the repair of that part of the tower that collapsed. And it's expected that this is approximately 3 to 5 weeks' work remaining. So, Deputy, as I said to you the other day when I met you in South Kilkenny with Deputy Phelan, I hope to be back in Carlow Kilkenny within the next month, and I hope to meet you. I know that you have a number of different projects in Carlow Town and in the surrounding areas, and I hope to visit Carlow Castle with my officials in the Office of Public Works to get an up-to-date on the works that are currently underway and the progress that's being made in the castle, because I know this is of interest not only to yourself, other public representatives, but to Carlow County Council and to the tourism community in Carlow as well.
Well, Minister, I'm heartened to hear the project is progressing, and I'm thrilled with the good news that you will be coming to Carlow, because we have a lot of projects for you, Minister. But I'll just to give you some background. Carlow once served as the administrative capital of the Lordship of Ireland under King Edward III from 1361 to 1374. So you could say, Minister, with confidence that we were once the capital of this fair land. Carlow Castle itself had survived largely intact until an attempt to remodel it as an asylum in 1814, which demolished all but the west wall and towers. And as you said, Minister, in February 2020, masonry collapse resulted in disintegration of the large part of one of the castle's turrets, and the site, is, I know, is being discussed by Carlow County Council under this ambition plan of the URDF. It's very important that we do get these works done, and I do want to welcome that. But I do, Minister, understand that the new phase involves the surveys and the archaeological investigations at the base of the structure to assess its current condition. What is the time frame, Minister?
As I said in a previous response, Deputy, there to Deputy Stanton, I met yesterday with Minister Malcolm Noonan about this very issue, about how our estate, the properties for which the Office of Public Works is responsible, which are actually owned by the Minister for Heritage, but which we have responsibility for managing the maintenance of and the presentation of them. I've opened discussions with the Minister, and I hope to engage with Fáilte Ireland and the local government management agency, who ultimately are the people with responsibility for what we would traditionally call the county managers, because there is a local interest in these monuments that I believe has to be brought to the fore. Minister Humphrey's department, through the Town and Village Renewal Fund, which is a critical driver of what I would call the second and third division monuments in some of our larger towns and some of our smaller towns as well, where we want to get people out into maybe the lesser known monuments that have a huge, I think, wealth of story that can be told, which will help to drive the tourism industry in towns like Carlow and the other provincial towns in places like Carlow Kilkenny.
Thank you, Minister, and I think that's important, because I know that we have what's called the Carlow Town. It's a forum group set up, and they work in conjunction with Carlow County Council, and there's a subgroup there that particularly have focused on the castle and the tourism of it. And I know there's Jerry and Bobby and Audrey and Carmel, and they're absolutely excellent. And these have been working for years to promote Carlow Castle, because the bigger picture here, Minister, is the tourism for it. It will be the hub. It will be the centre of a tourist attraction for Carlow. We are trying to make it like Kilkenny, the medieval mile, and that's what we have. Carlow has so many historical buildings and sites, and we need this as a tourist attraction, Minister. That goes into that. We have a castle that much to the, for people to come visit, for tourists, and I would like a commitment from you that the funding will be there to make Carlow Castle a tourist attraction and will filter out through Carlow Town and again, it is just one excellent, I think, tourist attraction that we have. Thank you.
Deputy Murnane-O'Connor, I'm sure you'll wish to acknowledge that we have made a significant investment recently in County Carlow through the Dolman project, which I'm glad has finally been finished, and I hope to be able to see it myself when I go down there in the next number of weeks. And every deputy in the House, we did a tour de force there recently, last County Corla, looking for money from my senior colleague, Minister McGrath, so I may as well do it myself now for the Office of Public Works Minister. Any assistance that you can give me to find money from Deputy Murnane-O'Connor and every deputy in the House that's going to be coming begging for money from me, including the last County Corla herself as well for Galway. I'm sure she has a list of projects for me in the Office of Public Works. Every shilling that you can give me, Minister, for your good colleague in the OPW, we'll only be glad to spend it.